Yo, what's up, everybody? So UFC 300 is about 2 months away. The main event was actually just released on Saturday night after UFC 298 pay-per-view. I recorded a video the other day going over everything, and I actually forgot to hit record, so I didn't redo it. So, yeah, we're going to talk about UFC 300 here. The main event starts off first, so there was a lot of speculation what the main event would be. What Dana announced is going to be Alex Pereira taking on Jamal Hill for the light heavyweight title. Now, Hill vacated the title due to injury. Pereira came in. He beat Yuri, who actually also vacated the title due to injury, which is funny enough. It's a solid fight, man. I mean, I don't know what you guys are expecting for 300. Like, I would have loved to have seen Izzy versus Dricus would have been a better fight. There's a couple, but yeah, there was, Bilal Muhammad got offered a couple people. He got offered Khamzat Chimaev, which I have a giant problem with that. I don't know if anyone else, I would hope you guys would agree with me, leave it in the comments, but the big problem with, Khamzat is they gave him a layup fight against Nate Diaz. So they gave him a straight up layup where he could murder this guy. Nate Diaz is aging. He's not very good anymore, let's be honest. Nate Diaz can fight people. If you fight somebody in the top 5, even top 10, he's most likely going to lose. He's aging. Muscle tone difference too. Nate's got a horrible body on him. The guy looks like he's never hit a bench press like once in his life. He's got no pecs or anything like that at all. Now that doesn't make a fighter, but when you add in all the other stuff like the aging and all that stuff, he's not at a great point in his career. He is more of a big name. So if you can beat a guy like Nate Diaz, that's like putting somebody over. If you ever watched like pro wrestling as a kid, they would say like put somebody over, like The Rock is going to put you over at WrestleMania, meaning if you beat The Rock at WrestleMania, you're a giant star now. That's what it is. So that's what they gave Khamzat, a layup match to put him over against Nate Diaz. What does this guy do? Not only misses weight by like 8 or 9 fucking pounds, which is so unprofessional, such an embarrassment. I do not understand why Dana White would ever reward him with a 170 pound title shot against Leon Edwards. Imagine if that was the main event for UFC 300. Khamzat fucks around again, misses weight. Now the belt's going to be for like only one person can retain it and the other person can't win it if you don't make weight in a championship fight. So until this guy can prove he makes weight, fucking fight at 185, dude. And to fight at 185, fight a fucking contender. You don't just get to go in there and fight Dricus for the belt. I heard a rumor Stylebender's going to come back and actually fight Khamzat in June, July. There's an Abu Dhabi card, I think, which would be a pretty interesting matchup. I mean, I don't know how great Izzy is on the ground, but he's the most masterful striker I've ever seen, next to probably Anderson Silva. So very good, intriguing matchup, and I like that that's not for the title. It's like Khamzat shouldn't be able to beat up a 170-pound guy and then just get an immediate title shot. Khamzat's wrestling is great. Bo Nichols is pretty good too, but I don't see them fighting for a while. I think Nickel needs some more just I don't know if maturity is the right word, because he's got the skill set. Just needs more fucking cage time, honestly. Like, let him have a year or two and then fight Khamzat, because I think Nickel can beat him. But that's enough on the Khamzat Chimaev hate train. That was one of the fights that was going to be offered. Bilal Muhammad versus Leon Edwards. I mean, I wouldn't have minded that fight, just not as the main event. Like, make that a co-main, and honestly, it's not a bad fight at all. Like, Bilal deserves the fucking shot. It's either you give him the shot or it's just going to keep getting pushed back and people are going to keep, like, being annoyed with him. And it's like, dude, until he's next in line for the title, until he fights for the title, no one else is fighting for it. So you can let him fight now or just keep bitching and postponing it for months on end. So, yeah, the main event, not the greatest one, but I'm not upset with it at all. I really like Alex Pereira, and or Pereira, however you pronounce his name, and it's cool to see him get paid. Same with Jamal Hill. Don't know too much about him, but I'm guessing he wasn't making a lot of money before, so he's going to get paid for this fight. Next up, in the co-main event, we have Weili Zhang, although it says Zhang Weili on the UFC thing. I don't know if it's a Chinese name thing or what, but Weili's taking on another Chinese woman. Chinese man, maybe, based on this picture. Looks like, who's the dude from The Hangover, Dr. Ken? Looks like he grew his hair out and's got like a little mini bun going on, but gonna be honest, I like Weili. I don't give two shits about that fucking fight. I would rather see Gaethje versus Holloway as the co-main. This doesn't say if that one is going to be a 3 or 5 round fight. I would assume it's a 5-round fight if it's for the BMF belt. Now, what really sucks about this fight is Gaethje deserves to fight Islam. Gaethje is most likely not going to fight Islam next since he took this fight. Turnaround time is not going to be quick enough unless Islam takes like another 6 fucking months to fight, which he actually is active. He probably won't take that long. Same thing for Max Holloway. Volkanovski is finally not the champion. There is a new champion who they didn't let Max face because they were afraid Max was going to beat him and Ilya wouldn't get to face Volk. Bad timing. I know Max is going to get paid for this fight, as is Gaethje, but it's like if you guys could have held out like 2 more months, you would have probably both had title shots in your respective divisions. That would be a good fight, but it is... Gaethje's a minus 218 favorite. I think the odds actually should be way higher for Gaethje. I like Max a lot, but he's just so small in there. I don't see him really being able to withstand Justin's punches. So, yeah, co-main doesn't have odds, but that one does. Next fight on the card, Charles Oliveira is taking on Arman Tusakian. I don't really know much about this Arman dude. Oliveira's a cool dude. Hopefully he wins. Should be a good fight. Got another one, Yuri Prochazka taking on Alexander Rakic, which will be a good light heavyweight bout. Whoever wins that one is obviously probably 1 or 2, maybe 1 fight away from a light heavyweight title shot if it's Yuri, maybe 2 if it's Rakic. But good fight. Rakic is not heavily favored, slightly favored. Minus 135 to plus 105 for Yuri. I like Yuri in that one. Next fight's really good. Calvin Kattar is going to face Aljamain Sterling, who is coming up to 145 in his first bout. They're both minus... Kattar's minus 115 and Aljo is minus 105, so how the fuck are they both kind of favorited? Although Kattar's slightly favorited. Kattar's a great boxer, kickboxer, and Aljamain is one of the best grapplers in the UFC, so I like Sterling in this one, but that'll be a fun fight to watch. Kattar might benefit from it being a 3-round fight, but Sterling can finish it, and I think that's the entire main card here. Next up, I'll go over some of these other fights. How long have we been talking here? 6 minutes. Alright, I'm going to be honest, guys. I didn't have any gameplay. I haven't played UFC 5 in a while, so I'm just going to put whatever the fuck in behind this. So, Kattar, Sterling, Bo Nickel versus Cody Brundage. Holy shit, plus 750 odds. So, Bo Nickel is minus 1450. Those are some of the most ridiculous betting odds I've ever fucking seen. Yeah, so they're giving Bo Nickel a can just to kind of get more time, like I said, is what he needs. Next fight will be a good one. Davison Figueiredo taking on Cody Garbrandt at 135. So Figueiredo moving up in weight. He's favored, minus 340 to plus 270 for Cody. Cody used to be a great fighter. Had one of the most amazing title performances I've ever fucking seen against Dominic Cruz, and then just kind of lost those fights to TJ, which sucked because TJ was juiced out of his mind in those fights, and he took a lot of damage. Guys like Luke Rockhold, he's going to give you an entertaining fight. He's either going to knock somebody out or he's going to get fucking knocked out himself. So, I think Figueiredo is going to win that one, but I do like Cody Garbrandt. Holly Holm taking on Kayla Harrison. This fight is on the prelims where it deserves to be. Holm hasn't won a fight in I don't even know how fucking long. Kayla Harrison is a roided up woman who I don't care to see fight. Diego Lopes, guy with the Pete Wentz haircut, is taking on Sodiq Yusuff. Don't know who Yusuf is at all, but Diego Lopes, I like that guy, or Lopez, however you say his name. Bad haircut aside, he's an entertaining fighter to watch. What are the rest of these ones? Jessica Andrade is on here. Bobby Green and Jim Miller. That's kind of a cool fight. I was watching Bisping's podcast with Paul Felder. I know Paul Felder was going to come out of retirement, but I don't know if he actually is going to, or if he's just training and staying retired. He was talking about possibly fighting Jim Miller, but Bobby Green gets him. Bobby Green actually ranked number 14, slightly favored, so if Jim Miller can win this one, he's like fucking in his 40s. He can actually maybe be ranked top 15 again, which will be cool for him. But those are my prediction, guys. Like I said, what are your thoughts on the main event? Is it the greatest fight ever? No. UFC 200 was headlined by fucking Miesha Tate and what's the big bitch's name? How am I blanking on her? Nunez, Amanda Nunez, and Miesha Tate. Nunez kind of destroyed Tate's face in that one. I wasn't close at all. So this is a way better fight. Although we are kind of suffering with the co-main, but in the defense of the Chinese women, like I said, one looks like Dr. Ken, and the other Weili's got a manly face too. So they may fight like men, not like women. So it's a joke, people. Gaethje, Holloway will be good. Oliveira's on there. Yuri. So, like I said, Aljamain Kattar is actually a pretty good one, too. So, fun card. I'm not disappointed with the main event. I would have liked to see Stylebender in there, honestly. I think him versus Drakus would have been a fun fight. Drakus is such a sloppy striker. Izzy could have just fucking picked him apart. But go fight at one point, and we'll get to see which one of them is better. Probably Izzy. But thanks for watching, guys. More UFC 5 videos to come. Tell me in the comments if you're still watching, if you like these style videos. Probably going to put it over some like Call of Duty gameplay or Halo gameplay, so if you like them, I'll try to pump out like a couple of these a week. They're super easy to make, and they're very low effort, and I like doing it, and I want to do YouTube more. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will catch you in the next one. Don't worry, we will resume the UFC 5 career mode with Silva. Whenever I go back to that one, I'm going to try to do longer videos, like hour, 2 hour long videos at a time if I can, and then we're probably going to do one with like Khabib or something after that one. So yeah, alright, peace, guys.